and welcome to Panther News Network. It is Monday, November 26th. I'm Haley Spivey.
I'm Jeray Beach.
And I'm Jalen Spites. So, you guys were back from Thanksgiving break. Did you guys enjoy your Thanksgiving break?
Oh, yeah, I was good. I was out in Mississippi.
Okay.
I ate good, you know.
That's good.
I really enjoyed my break.
Wow.
Time away from class and...
That's good. Did y'all get full? Did y'all eat?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's good. I had a great time myself. Now to get started with the news.
New Jersey police are searching for the people responsible for ringing doorbells and setting off fireworks on homeowners' front porch. The incident was caught on surveillance video Friday morning around 1 a.m. on Elizabeth Street. Authorities with the Bernard Township Police Department are looking to identify the people caught on camera after similar incidents have occurred nearby. Police are also asking for the suspects to turn themselves in before someone is seriously hurt or property is damaged.
Hundreds of turtles have washed ashore in New England. Sea turtles are cold-blooded creatures that migrate in warmer areas, but however, due to dropping water temperatures, these turtles have had hypothermic reactions, suffering from dropping heart rates, and due to inclement weather on America's northeastern coastline. This past Thursday, 1 out of 82 turtles that washed ashore were frozen to death. And according to the director of Massachusetts, Robert Prescott, Audubon Society Wellfleet Bay Wildlife Sanctuary, he says, quote, "It was like they were flash frozen, flippers in all weird positions like they were swimming." He told Cape Cod Times, clearly climate change is a major issue.
A magnitude 6.3 earthquake struck western Iran near its border with Iraq on Sunday night, injuring over 170 people and sending fearful residents running into the street, authorities said. The tremor hit near Sarpoli Zihab in Iran's Kermanshah province, which was the epicenter of an earthquake last year that killed over 600 people and where some still remain homeless. Morzia Salami of Iran's Red Crescent told Iranian state television that 171 people were injured, most of them slightly. Kermanshah provincial government Hossein Bazvad sincerely said there were injuries, but few people hospitalized. Authorities said 6 rescue teams were immediately deployed after the quake stopped, and the country's army and its paramilitary Revolutionary Guard were responding. I'm sorry.
We'll be right back with more news.
The Prairie View A&M Naval ROTC program was established in March of 1968. So at that time, during the Vietnam War, it was compulsory to be involved in a military program. So Dr. A.I. Thomas, the president of the university, was interested in establishing a naval ROTC unit to complement the Army ROTC unit that was already on campus. Interestingly, at the same time, the Navy was interested in expanding the diversity of the Navy and Marine Corps, and particularly the officer corps. And so it was a natural fit, and Prairie View A&M in March of 1968 became the very first naval ROTC unit established at a historically black college or university here at Prairie View A&M.
Prairie View A&M University has always been somewhat of at the point on the frontiers of change. And the Naval ROTC program was, again, one of those programs that was implemented to keep us out on the point. They knew that they being Dr. Avenai Thomas and others knew that the Navy was a front runner and it was pretty much an elite operation. And by allowing students from Prairie View to become a part of that would make us world-class leaders. And so the program was designed to take country boys like myself and expose them to a different world, a different set of values and rules and regulations, and we adapted. It changed. It was a game changer for us.
Me personally, I can honestly say that I wouldn't be here without this program. I'm from a small country town in Arkansas with about 10,000 people, This gave me an opportunity to get outside of my comfort zone. Being 40 minutes from Houston, I never thought I would see myself here. I always knew that I would be on a college campus somewhere, but I never thought or even dreamed that I would be in the United States military, particularly the naval service. This has given me a platform to be able to reach back and be a provider amongst my family. I also got to travel and see tons of the world, which is something that a lot of people, they really enjoy.
My job as a professor of naval science is to develop young men and women mentally, morally, and physically as they get ready to commission into the United States Navy and the United States Navy. Here at Prairie View, what makes it special is our midshipmen. And so you think about a unit that now is 50 years old, that has produced over 400 young officers in the Navy and Marine Corps, and to date 3 flag officers, which is a remarkable accomplishment. So Vice Admiral David Brewer III, Rear Admiral Kelvin Dixon, and Rear Admiral O.C. Combs Jr. Tremendous accomplishment to have 3 flag officers from a unit that early.
So what makes this program unique is that we are the first HBCU to establish an ROTC. And with that, I feel that we have a lot of shoes to fill. With those 3 flag officers, I feel that there could be more. And with our diversity growing, I think that we can accomplish that.
It helped to mold officers and we used to say gentlemen, but gentlewomen and officers. It helped to mold us. It gave us, again, skills that we didn't really know about.
The product that Prairie View has been able to generate over the past few years since I've graduated and even before then has completely changed the dynamic of what we're producing for the fleet. Whenever you go somewhere now, your first ship, like myself, when I reported on board the USS Vandergrift, my weapons officer was a Prairie View graduate. So it's pretty nice to know that they're turning out products that are actually staying in to pursue their military career.
And I've met so many amazing people that want the same goal as me, and with that, I feel it just makes me want to be better as a person and hopefully bring that out of the Navy later in the future.
And I can't say what the next 50 years will hold when you think about modern warfare or what will be needed from a military service. But I do know that if we remain committed to ensuring that our midshipmen are able to think critically, to function as a team, to build individual resilience, to take the enormous amount of data that's available to them today and be able to sort through to get to what matters, to be able to problem solve in a complex and ambiguous world, that our Navy and Marine Corps is going to be in great shape over the next 50 years and beyond.
Welcome back. According to the weather app today, we have a high of 52 and a low of 32, and expect low chances of rain all week.
Firefighters called to reports of a fire inside a house of worship in North Harris County uncovered instead more than 100 gambling machines. Crews were called to the 800 block of Turney Drive at around 7:30 p.m. Friday for a reported fire at the World of Life Church. Firefighters arrived to find no signs of the fire. However, the person who reported the incident said he was locked in by an electronic door lock. Crews made their way into the church where they revealed a large gaming room. Harris County Sheriff's deputies were called to the scene where they took several people out of the building in handcuffs. The Sheriff's office said that it was interviewing people regarding the game room. One person was arrested on outstanding warrants. Pastor Anthony Scott told ABC 13 the church shares the building with another business. Scott said that he and his church couldn't afford the entire building, so the landlord put a wall to separate the church from the other side of the building. He also says that he has no idea who the manager of the other side of the building is, and he has little to no information about the business they run.
A teen was shot in the head while walking down the sidewalk in West Houston, according to police. At first, Houston police took in the 17-year-old's friend as a person of interest, but later described the gunfire as a possible drive-by with no suspects. The teen and his friend were walking near Witt and Westview around 7:30 p.m. when someone started shooting at them, the friend later told police. By the time officers arrived, the 17-year-old was lying on the ground, shot in the head. First responders rushed him to the hospital in critical condition, according to police spokesman Kesey Smith. Investigators at the scene said they found a gun nearby and grew suspicious when the wounded man's friend initially offered stories that didn't make sense. But by midday Sunday, authorities said that there were no suspects or suspect description.
On Saturday, TMZ reported that 35-year-old Laura Avila died days after her family decided to move her to hospice care. Laura had been in a coma after traveling to Mexico with her fiancé Enrique Cruz. He told Inside Edition when he arrived at the Rhino Center at 3:30 p.m., she was still sleeping and the doctors were waiting for the anesthesia to wear off. He said that hours passed by and that's when they ended up calling local hospital. She was transferred to a hospital located in El Paso, Texas, where doctors told the family that she would more than likely never recover. Laura was in Mexico receiving cosmetic surgery. Her death is unfortunate and heartbreaking.
Houston police are searching for two men who reportedly disguised themselves as nuns before robbing a man at a motel. The incident took place on October 14th around 1:30 a.m. when the victim was lured to meet two women at a motel in the 10,500 block of Southwest Freeway, police say. According to police, surveillance video from that night captured when the two male suspects approached the door of the victim's room and put on nun masks over their faces. When one of the suspected women walked out of the room, the men ran in and reportedly robbed the victim at gunpoint. Police say all four suspects left in a white pickup truck. Anyone with information in regards to this case is urged to call 713-222-TIPS.
Today at Prairie View, Miss Black and Gold happens at 12 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. Also, Securing the Bag Bankrolling My HBCU Experience starts at 6 o'clock to 8 p.m. The Women in STEM has their first general meeting from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m. And also Inside Out with Prairie View, Miss Black and Gold happens at 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock p.m.
Thank you so much for watching the Panther News Network. See you next time.